There is something in your life that has been closed for a long time. Not a week, not a month, years. And you have done everything right. You have prayed, you have believed, you have waited with a patience that has cost you more than anyone around you knows. Take a breath right now, a real one, slow and full, and let your shoulders drop. Because what I am about to share with you is not another promise. It is a key. And before I show it to you, I want you to go to the comments and write the name of your city or your state, and after it, write these 2 words: I'm ready. Because your presence here today is not accidental, and subscribing to this channel is not pressing a button. It is a decision to stop waiting in silence. Now, there are 3 words that God wants you to say today. 3 specific words, spoken in the right order, with the right inner posture, that function as a door being pressed open from the inside. Those words are open, receive, thank, and in just a moment I will show you exactly why they work, and why, without one piece of understanding I am about to give you, they will not work at all. Here is what no one tells you about closed doors. God did not seal them. You did not fail to deserve what is behind them. What happened, slowly, invisibly, over years of disappointment, is that your body learned to expect the door to stay shut. Your nervous system, wired to protect you from pain, began to brace before the blow even came. You pray with your mouth open and your hands clenched. You say, I believe, while every muscle in your chest is contracted against another disappointment. The declaration travels upward, but the body contradicts it before it leaves the room. Science has a name for this. Researchers at Princeton documented it as the scarcity mindset, a state in which the mind, saturated by lack, literally loses the cognitive bandwidth to perceive the openings that are already there. What ancient wisdom knew intuitively, science is now measuring. And here is the open loop I need to leave with you before we go further. The 3rd word, thank, is the one that changes everything. But it is also the one almost everyone uses incorrectly. And using it incorrectly does not just make it ineffective, it can actually reinforce the very door you are trying to open. Stay with me. The path out of this is not longer prayers or stronger effort. It is a different architecture of speech, 2 minutes every morning, before the world gets loud, before the phone, before the first word spoken to anyone else. 3 words, one sequence that cannot be reversed. Open, then receive, then thank. And I will show you why that order is not a preference, but a mechanism. Why you cannot receive what you have not first declared open, and why nothing you receive will stay if it is not honored with the third word. This is the practice, and it begins now. The first word is open, and you say it not as a request, but as a command, because the original Greek of Matthew's Gospel uses a word that means the asking of someone who already carries the authority to receive, not the begging of someone who hopes to be heard. Before anything else in your morning, before your feet have fully met the floor, you inhale completely, lungs full, chest lifted, and on a slow, unhurried exhale, you say the word open with one specific door in your mind, not vaguely, but precisely the way you would describe it to someone sitting across the table from you. When you do this, something measurable happens. The vagus nerve, the longest nerve in your body, running from your brain down through your heart and lungs and gut, shifts its pattern, and the body physically releases its defensive posture. The jaw loosens, the shoulders descend, the chest drops half an inch. That is not metaphor. That is the body receiving the signal that the posture has changed. Then you pause, a full 3 count of silence, and you say the second word, receive. And here is what no one tells you about receiving. Go to the comments right now and write the word open, just that one word, because the moment you write it, you are not helping an algorithm. You are placing a public seal on a private shift that just happened inside you. The posture of waiting is over. Now, receive. Most people believe they are already willing to receive, and they are wrong. Years of bracing against disappointment create a contraction so habitual it becomes invisible, like a fist you have held so long you forgot it was closed. As you say the word receive, you place both hands on your lap, palms facing upward, fingers relaxed, not grasping, not guarding, simply open, because the body must participate or the word remains only in the mouth and never reaches the place where doors are kept. If you are subscribed and the bell is active, you are already signaling to yourself that you take this seriously. Someone who honors knowledge received is someone who continues to receive. And that is not a spiritual metaphor. That is how this works. Now I want to tell you about a woman, call her Margaret, who prayed for the same thing for 11 years. She was not a woman of little faith. She served her community in Tennessee. She prayed every morning. She was, by any measure, a woman of extraordinary devotion, and the door she needed opened. A reconciliation with a son she had not spoken to in years remained shut. A friend said something to her that seemed almost offensive in its simplicity. Have you thanked God yet? Not for what will happen, but for what is already moving that you cannot see. Margaret said she did not know how to thank for something she had not received. Her friend said, try it for 7 days. Say 3 words every morning. Open, receive, thank, and see what happens. On the 5th day, her son called. He did not call because she had said 3 words. He called because something in her had shifted. a silent urgency she had always carried, a desperation he could somehow sense, even across years of silence, had dissolved. She had stopped pulling at the door, and when she stopped pulling, he felt free to push it open from his side. Now I want you to do something right now before we continue. Close your eyes for just 5 seconds and hold in your mind the one specific door you need opened. Just one. Don't name it out loud. Just see it. Can you see it? Good. Because the third word is for that door specifically. Thank, not thank you, but simply thank, spoken as a complete declaration, eyes closed, both hands resting open, and then 30 seconds of silence, not filled with more words or more requests, but inhabited, the way you inhabit a room you have just stepped into and do not yet want to leave. The Jewish tradition calls this Todah, a sacrifice of thanksgiving offered before the victory, and Psalm 50 states it plainly. Whoever offers praise prepares the way for what is coming. The thanksgiving is not the response to the miracle. The thanksgiving prepares the road for the miracle to travel. Neuroscience confirms what the Psalms declared. Research from UC Davis shows that the brain cannot distinguish between gratitude felt now and gratitude felt in anticipation if the emotional charge is genuine. Saying thank with real inner warmth produces the same neurochemical state as actually receiving. Think of it this way. A package has already been shipped. You do not know the exact hour it will arrive, but you have already cleared a space on the table for it. That cleared space, that expectation mixed with peace, is what the word thank produces in the spirit. And right now, someone you love is carrying a closed door they have stopped talking about. They have gone quiet because they are tired of hoping. Send them this video. Just send it without a message. Let it arrive the way a good thing arrives, quietly and at exactly the right moment. Because you were not brought here by accident, and neither will they be. The sequence cannot be altered. Open, then receive, then thank. In that order, every time, without exception. If you begin with gratitude before you have declared the opening, you are thanking for a door you have not yet turned to face. If you receive before you have opened, the hands are out, but the entrance is still sealed. And there is one habit that will quietly dismantle everything this practice builds. Returning to the closed door with your words after the ritual is finished. You say open in the morning, and by noon you are telling a friend the door is still shut, rehearsing the weight of it, describing it in the present tense as if the declaration was never made. Every time you do that, you are unsaying the word. The ritual is not 2 minutes in the morning. It is also the discipline of not rebuilding the wall with your mouth for the rest of the day. What you declare open, you must refuse to describe as sealed. You now hold something real, not a hope, not a feeling, but a practice with a shape and a sequence and a reason behind every step. 2 minutes, 3 words. Every morning for 7 days before the noise begins. You are not the same person who pressed play at the beginning of this video, even if everything around you looks identical, because something in the interior has shifted, and that shift is where every visible change begins. Think of the person in your life who has gone quiet about their closed door. The friend, the sister, the neighbor in Ohio or Georgia or wherever you are. The one who stopped mentioning it because they ran out of ways to explain the weight of waiting. Send them this video. Not with an explanation, just send it. Be the messenger that arrives at exactly the right moment in someone else's life, because that is what was done for you today. Go to the comments now and write this declaration exactly as I say it. Not because I need to read it, but because the moment these words leave your hands and become visible, you are signing the first page of something new. Right. The doors that were closed are opening now. I receive what has been prepared for me. Thank you. That is not a comment. That is a covenant. And this is where I leave you, not with excitement, but with certainty. You came here today because something in you knew it was time, not time to try harder, time to speak differently, open, receive, thank. Say these 3 words tomorrow morning before anything else, and watch what begins to move.